I'm lean back with the less pull. Shit I smoke is like a less.
Oh, hands on that!
Tuesday, you're lucky.
I really meant that shit, nigga. Sorry for cussing. Sorry for saying that word.
No,
Sketch.
it's okay. It's okay. If you can say it, I can say it. I'm just kidding. Joke's on... Tuesday, 12 casino.
I was gonna do a really offensive accent for the shopkeeper.
I
won't
just
do
gotta
it.
run with it. You can't.
I know. If I call it out, it's
can't
bad.
hold back. Yeah, because
I
now
know.
people are like,
Oh, he is racist.
I kind of wanted to hear that, but I don't want to see him do it now.
Yeah, if he doesn't believe in it.
Yeah, I don't believe in it.
I don't like to listen to podcasts
It's
with
mean.
cowards on them.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm excited that you'll do Cora's party though. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll cook some. Should I write? I don't have to, but does she want roasted?
So I have no notes for anyone. Like, if you want to do a roast, do a roast. If you want to just do your set, do your set. Because other people have asked me that as well, and it's like it's gonna be a combo of both. Like, I think people who are semi close to her, like Georgia and stuff, are gonna do roast jokes,
right?
But then I think like other people are probably just gonna do like their set, and that's fine too. So whatever you're feeling, whatever's in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I got a joke.
I'm funny too.
Brave enough to wear this, but not brave enough to. Ooh. Shopkeeper.
Oh, to do the shopkeeper.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. You could call back.
Yeah.
That is a callback. That's a good one.
All right. I'm done with that now.
That's dropped. We're done.
It was good. I
Don't
liked
bring
it.
it up. Don't you?
No, but
do
you
it.
do look nice. And whatever jokes I make are because I can't wear that.
I was telling Pete that I wore this because I've been watching Queer Eye.
Do you know how they make these pants?
With you not in mind.
Yeah. There's no 40-32s in these.
40-32. The machine doesn't even. It just has like. It's just like no. Stop. This is,
They're like, well, what should we start making these for fat people? They're like, no. Gross,
what
dude.
you're fired. Don't ever.
Zivan, talk to this guy. I can't even do it. You got to deal with this guy. I'm going to throw up.
What do we say at Abercrombie? No piggies. That's what it says
dude.
in Latin.
No piggies.
When my father made this company.
Piggies go to Aeropostale.
Yeah.
All right?
And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
We sell slim and extra slim. We don't sell straight cut.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why it's so dark in Abercrombie. You have to slip between the shadows. It's
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant.
And if you were big, you just run into people.
Exactly. That's why those halls are so narrow.
And Aeropostale is
Yep.
so bright.
Bingo. Actually, this makes kind of perfect sense.
Yeah,
And
it
Gap
does.
is just like a gym.
Yeah.
with like with a pile of shirts in the middle, and you just run for it. Oink, 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 oink.
Gap is for normal whites. Aeropostale, well, fat whites. Fat normal whites.
Is this what it says on your lawn, on your fucking, what is it called? Your clothes washer? I'm losing it.
Oh,
Your
like
washing
your
machine?
tag?
Washing machine, yeah.
Fat normal whites. Aeropostale
Okay.
is for all types of white trash.
True.
Abercrombie, I guess it's all for children,
Right.
Because this is our memory of these stores from 10 years ago.
I've not
Yeah.
stepped foot in.
Abercrombie used to be for the cool guys with like the flipped visor and like the lilac shirt.
Yeah.
That used to be Abercrombie.
Did you guys have
like the quarterback?
Yeah.
What's the one with Vineyard Vines? Did you guys have a
that
Vineyard
never
Vines?
Never did
really
that.
took off up here.
That is so crazy to me.
Yeah, it was for frat culture, so a little bit, but not really mainstream.
Where I grew up, that was like they just ruled the lands. That Vineyard Vines and Tyler's. Do you guys know what that is?
I don't know
No,
Tyler's
no
at all.
Tyler's.
Tyler's, okay, literally
What kind of white people shop there?
mostly high school students.
Yeah, these are all.
I can't imagine adults wearing these.
These are all
clothes.
kind of
Yeah.
the same store.
Yeah.
What? Why do why do young black teens love to wear Hollister?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because there was a
There might not be a
skinny
reason. They
jean
just might like it.
Well, I guess it just takes like one famous person doing it.
True. I
Yeah,
think. And
the answer is probably as simple as that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just pop culture.
I want to
Yeah.
say like a young Soldier Boy did it.
And
There's
also
them.
because if you measure their skulls, there's actually the parietal lobe is where the Hollister is.
Thank you for doing it, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, no, I had to put a button on that.
Thank you.
We finished it.
I was gonna have to hold Pete back.
Case
Pete was
closed.
like,
Sometimes
say it.
Zivan falls on the sword, and it relieves me because I don't have to do it.
No, it's my sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's almost Christ-like.
Yeah,
what I
it
just
is.
did actually.
you carry Pete's sins.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's for both sides,
That's
honestly.
right. With he who is without the flyest hoodie.
Ooh, speaking of fly studies, do you guys remember when we used to have? Oh, maybe this was just me because I was a punk who played football. You can do both. I was basically High School Musical.
Right. Is that what you think that? Go on.
Do you remember the zip up hoodies that had the fur around the
I remember
hood?
those. Those were disgusting.
They were awful, and I had them.
That.
Yeah, you had them.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
And I had the swoop hair.
Did anybody else do it?
Very nice.
This was in like 2021. So, no, I'm kidding.
That's what I called my high school ghillie suit.
What up, fellow teens?
Why are you dressed like the bleachers so they won't know when they're sitting on them?
What's that from?
Yeah, I just made that
Oh,
up.
that's good. That's really good. That's good.
I wore a lot of graphic. I still kind of do. I wear a lot of graphic tees.
You do, yeah.
I wore graphic tees and cargo shorts.
Yeah, that's you.
That was my big thing.
know
You
if
got to
I've
fit
seen
stuff in
that.
there, like Magic the Gathering cards.
Yep, that's right. Actually, it was. What did I have in my pocket at any given time?
Tap.
Phone, wallet. Usually not my wallet. Actually, phone. A graphing calculator. A stack of index cards. Usually, with like science stuff on them, and a lot of pens. Loose pens before I got wise and bought my pen holder. That wasn't until I was 21.
Which is still stupid because you don't need 80 pens.
But I do.
all times.
I do though. I do. Every one I use.
Started doing that at 21.
Yeah, that's when I really like got my pen act together.
Dude, we gotta get fucking the Fab Five on this guy.
Oh god.
Who's the Fan Five?
The Queer Eye guys.
Queer Eye, yeah.
Oh yeah, you need them.
I do.
They
need
would
them.
have a field day with Zivan.
I feel like I have moments of intense fashion clarity, if that makes sense. Like I have moments where I'm like, I get it, everything is like I could see the Matrix, and then it immediately shuts off. And
Fashion thing wouldn't be the big thing with you. It'd be like how you organize your life.
yeah.
is that? Do they also do that?
Yeah.
Do they do kind of like
they all kind of
Marie
do it.
Kondo
declutter
kind of?
everything.
Oh,
and
that
they
would actually
help you function better.
Bobby would
Yeah.
come in and like he redoes people's entire like apartments.
Oh wow!
And like
Like-
organizes them.
If you still live with that psychopath that was allergic to pasta in the air, they
they
would
would actually start by killing her.
Yeah, they would shoot her in the head.
they'd be like,
They'd be
and
like-
this is where we start.
Well, they wouldn't tell you.
And now it's done. Now it's done.
No,
Isn't
it's done.
don't you feel
Alex, if
stunning?
you ever watch this, I love you very much. I would never let Queer Eye touch you. It would never happen.
I'd have him kill you right away.
Yeah, I'd load the gun for Tan France.
Well, I'm not very strong, so it'll probably still happen.
Actually, no. They would just get to the part of the episode where they teach Zivan how to cook, and she would breathe the pasta and die.
That's true. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
I tried to write a joke where I do like an impression of all five of the Fab Five, but I that show is very popular and somehow like no one knows anything about it. So
Impressions like that, I feel like, are so like any pop culture joke. You really
Gotta
are
be really big.
It has to
Yeah.
be really big, or the flip of that is that it has to be so niche that part of the joke is you just being like a
Isn't this crazy?
Yeah, like this
Yeah.
guy actually wasted his life on da-da-da.
he's a big fan of
Yeah.
something that no one knows. Yeah.
Exactly. It has to be like that's why I feel like I can kind of get away with like X-Men stuff.
Right.
Is it's like people vaguely know enough for
Also,
that.
like if I watched a video of you on mute, I'd assume you were talking about X-Men.
that
stuff.
is a good that is a good expectation.
Yeah.
That is
Wait, if you're watching a video of John on mute, what do you think he was talking about?
his sister.
I love her. I love her so much.
Next question. I'm talking about mutants. You want to have them as your children. you want an actual Cyclops as your son.
Oh, I haven't done that joke in a while. I got to bring that one back. That's a fun
Oh
one.
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
going straight off of white people fuck their siblings.
That-
I forgot
hate-
that was your joke.
I hate saying this. I hate this is such a like that to me. Incest is very much like white people shit.
But it's not.
I know it. I know it isn't. I know.
I get
it's-
what you're saying though.
but it is like I just don't.
There's another
hear-
Skulls moment.
It is.
it harkens.
This has been a Skulls moment.
Well, I think because like it harkens back to like the English Empire and how they were like consistently
poor people.
inbred.
Well, I think it's
Poor
to be honest.
yeah,
I think it's the,
modern poor people.
Yeah, it's the poor thing. Yeah. Maybe that's why poor black people are often trying to date interracially. They just want to avoid the genetic mistakes.
Oh, that's a
it's
fun
kind of
way to think about it.
It is definitely fun to be like, I got one.
There is a Pokemon element to it.
Yeah.
I think that it does.
Yeah,
There is like a
you
playful.
said they're not on our team. I got the biggest one they have.
Yeah. So. Yeah,
She's mine now.
Yeah, Blastoise here actually plays for the Lakers.
God damn it! I was gonna go Charizard, and Blastoise is so much funnier.
Blastoise could easily be a black guy's name.
Yeah, 100%.
Get
That's
some
why it's funnier.
apostrophes in there. Blastoise.
It'd be spelled that way, but they'd be like, my name's Blake.
Yeah. No, it's not, dude. God damn.
Obviously, Blastoise.
Well, you know what's crazy? So maybe I've realized this as I've gotten older. There's a lot of black dudes who are like really fit, really cool looking, but who love anime.
Yeah,
Who
that's a big thing.
love. And so I'm thinking like they're probably having kids now. So there's gonna be like a wave of, like kids named, I don't know, fucking Goku. Or something. Who, like black children in class, like, where is Kimetsu no Yaiba? Present.
Every teammate I've had in basketball through high school and college that was black was either like, Naruto's the shit.
Yep.
Or that fucking Japanese shit's gay.
It's literally there are two genders.
And they look exactly the same. It's not like one looks different than the other. Like they're the same guy.
No,
Yeah.
they
It's
really
just
do.
They have a preference on anime.
Yeah. No. There's
And
like MMA fighters who like cosplay as Naruto characters.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Israel Adesanya.
That's
He,
exactly
like,
that. Yeah.
He's a
loves
whole
it.
different type of black, though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He's like a superhero type of black.
He's
Superhero type of black. This is another Skulls moment. This is getting a little Skullsy for me.
I just meant like a black nerd that could kick your ass. It's
Oh, yeah.
like a different.
I think
type.
all those guys who do UFC are kind of superhero-y. Like, there's no way that they haven't had a moment in their life where they think like, I could climb a wall if I wanted
Yeah,
to.
I
Like
could
a
fight
flat
crime.
wall. Like I could
Yeah.
climb it.
Yeah. No, I totally understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like and those guys give me a lot of hope. They really do. Like when I see these like black, like jacked nerds,
Yeah.
it does make me like, oh, you can have it all.
That could be me one day.
Yeah. and the other side of that is jacked white nerds. Probably one of the scariest people in the.
They are horrible.
They're nerdy about more threatening things.
Yeah.
They're not obsessed with anime. They're obsessed with like
the
Man.
like
economic
crypto,
like the World Forum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crypto,
they get really like crypto fascisty
Bitcoin.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't really. I'm trying to. There are some black dudes that are like that. I
get
don't know.
obsessed
There's like
the
two
grind.
on the internet, and they're hilarious,
Yeah.
and that's fun to watch.
They're like the Candace Owens of
Yeah.
jacked
Yeah.
black nerds, I guess. God damn. I love how her name basically is like race traitor now. Like if you say Candace Owens.
God, I hate her so much. It drives me banana sandwich.
You don't have
and
to say that. I still think you're an ally. It's fine.
I don't like her.
I hate
just so
her.
you know.
There's no one I hate more.
No, I do despise her, and my sister-in-law like loves her, and I'll say things, and then I think she'll say things back to me just to like get a rise, and I'm like, all right, we'll just stop talking, because I'll be like, she's just so condescending. It's like her points are awful to begin
Yeah,
with, but
no,
then
she's terrible.
on top of it, she's terribly condescending, and she'll be like, she's never said a condescending. She's never had a condescending tone in her life. And I was
That's
like,
demonstrably
all right.
false.
all right, I
Yeah.
guess we're just not gonna have a conversation.
Your sister's smoking crack.
It's not my sister, dude. It's my sister-in-law.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your sister-in-law is smoking
I shut
crack.
down all politics in the, in the
That's
family.
smart. That's smart.
It was Christmas Eve. I think I told this when Trip was on or something. But it's somehow the conversation strayed to politics, and it was like global warming, and like the conservative people in my family were like this, and like I don't even know what it was.
Right.
But it was after Christmas Eve mass, and we're trying to eat dinner.
God, yeah.
And they're all just saying things that they agree with, and like I don't even care what they're saying, either side of it.
Right.
And I just interrupted all of them. I went, "Oh yeah, this is what we should be talking about."
Oh my god!
Yeah,
great.
climate change on Christmas. Yeah. And they laughed, and then we stopped.
Good.
Good for you.
And we
Pete.
ate food and made jokes.
There should be a button to just shut. Yeah, there should be like a.
A recording of Pete doing that.
Honestly, yeah, I want the Pete Morris soundboard.
Dude, you just text me what they're talking about, and I'll send you something. And you can just everyone?
Yeah. My friend has something to say.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about the skulls.
Yeah.
Skulls.
He's right. Yeah.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I do hate it though, and like, my dad is super liberal, and so is my mom, and actually so are my siblings. But then the people that they chose to marry,
That's
are
always
very
how it works.
far
time.
right, and
is
it's
all-
like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's gosh, I don't know. My family is sort of like there's a lot of concern. So my family is very like Christian, but they have like they believe in the part of the Bible where Jesus helps you get a car. Does that make sense?
I love that type of Christian.
Yeah, like
They're
they're
like, God actually did everything cool for me.
Yeah, basically they're like like I need 5 more rooms because that's 12 and there's 12 disciples.
If anyone in your family won a Super Bowl, they'd be like, well,
no, clearly this is the Lord's work. Yeah. Well, it's anything good that happens is God, obviously, but then they actively think Jesus wants you to be as rich as possible. Like that's
like
true.
that.
That's part of it.
yeah, I'm all for that.
I like
Which
that.
is it's a very capitalist approach to Christianity.
You might be Tate Christian.
I might be Tate Christian.
Yeah, you might be Andrew Tate Christian.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, true. He is like that, but he's Islamic.
Yeah, but
You can just swap the words.
Yeah, but
you
shut
can just,
up.
You can
just
just
the way I said it.
no.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pull the only card in your house of cards.
Don't correctly identify the sex trafficker. I'm trying to make a fun joke about,
Forest for the trees, dude.
and it's still not proven whether he is or not. I don't care either way.
Don't care either way.
God damn.
Those kids were getting trafficked one way or another. Listen,
Or they weren't.
I don't care if it's a Honda or a Hyundai. If you're stuck in traffic, it's I don't care what color the shipping container is. You know, it's what the logo's on the side.
I don't care what color the shipping container is. I'm fucking one of those kids.
That's right. And you heard it here.
That was a Bill Gates quote.
And you heard it here? Oh, I don't care. Right.
The one that I did. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so slow. I'm
What was I going to say before that? It was something.
It does feel like we were
What did we
moving.
get to? It was Christianity.
My family's holidays.
I was saying
Climate
I
change.
disagree with my in-laws.
Yeah, and it's
In-laws.
somewhere. Doesn't matter. Whatever
Black
I had
nerds.
in my
Black
brain.
nerds.
Black Nerds was a fruitful
Yeah.
discussion.
Pro
from
Black
Mama.
Nerd podcast.
Yeah,
Black
this is very pro Black Nerd.
Very nice.
I don't think a single one of them watches, but
Yeah.
when they do,
Yeah, I don't even watch this.
yeah, I know.
And I'm the closest one to the action, and I could not give fewer shits.
I've been big into Pete knows this because Pete and I will text each other throughout the workday and be like,
Well, here's
Go
exactly
ahead.
how it goes.
Go ahead.
He'll text me and go, I'm pretty sure I'm Batman. And I'll go, that's crazy. I'm a fucking cowboy.
This is how you guys talk to each other?
Yeah.
and we don't say anything else like pertinent or important or any details of anything. I'll just be like,
And
hey,
he said, after I said I'm a cowboy, he went, here's a good cowboy song. He sends me a
Good
cowboy
cowboy
song.
song. My favorite cowboy song.
That's it.
but it'll just be at random times in the day. I'll just be like, Pete, listen, all things considered, I'm pretty sure I'm Batman.
Oh my god!
Who are you?
In this great universe,
Yeah.
in
in this wide
the
world,
Will C cinematic universe.
Like if you got
gosh.
hammered drunk and you got home on a Saturday night and it's 1 a.m. and you had to text Logan like what you are.
what I am.
Yeah.
Well, I would. So I had an answer up until you said I'm talking to Logan.
Okay.
Because
all right.
my-
'Cause he would just attack you.
Right. Well,
All
my
right.
first thought was God. But then I can't tell God that.
That's
because-
funny too. You could say that.
Yeah.
If you just started saying to us like twice a week at different times, like
Right.
I think I'm God.
I think I'm God.
We'd all go like, okay.
Yeah.
And then we go, Zivan's taking a lot of Adderall.
That is I'm experiencing an insane amount of psychosis. At any given moment, I could
should
just.
we tell anyone about this? Nah, he's having fun.
Yeah. Dude, I wish people had that mentality.
You should start texting like fringe comics that you are God.
That I'm God.
Yeah, just
Fringe
see,
comics.
just see how far.
Sure, kiddo.
People who just started, you're like,
Text Seth Queen.
hey, good to see
gosh.
you at the mic tonight. By the way, I'm God. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't make me upset.
Upset.
Do you want it to be sunny tomorrow? Watch what you say.
Watch what you think.
Yeah, because I'm in there. I'm up in I'm up in those guts. Those brain guts.
God's up in those guts.
What if God was up in the guts?
Who would you be though in the We'll See extended universe?
So, Batman and Cowboy is the spectrum that I'm working with.
Yes,
Those are my 2 data points from which to extrapolate.
You could be Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle.
You could be world's largest panda.
Samurai. Oh.
Yep. You could be
Talking cactus.
Warlock.
Talking cactus.
Talking cactus. I like that.
I like a cactus.
That's what a crew we've put together.
That's right.
Well,
This is a Fortnite team.
we
if I've
gotta
ever
say the
seen one.
world.
World's biggest, gayest dinosaur.
No. Yes. God damn.
I used to text people that too. I can't believe you just said that. Where did you get biggest gayest dinosaur from?
I just thought of it.
God damn it! I used to text people that. I used to say I'm a big gay dinosaur.
That's what you're in my phone as.
Well, big gay anything's funny.
Yeah, it
is
is
pretty funny.
And then you add dinosaur, and it's comedy gold.
Stop drilling. You hit oil. Oh my gosh.
God, I suck.
I'm a big gay bureaucrat. What do you want me to do?
Oh god, I should tell my boss that.
You get caught fucking a man in a stall.
I'm a big gay tax account. I don't play by the rules.
Big gay scientist. What do you want me to do?
Oh, I go.
Have it done by Monday. Fuck you.
That's right. Didn't know what I signed up for. Oh gosh. Do you guys find it difficult to unplug from work? Like, do you guys feel like you think about it?
I'm unplugged at work.
That's. I guess that's the secret.
I'm thinking about work right now, which is why I'm.
A little slower.
Yeah.
And you're just processing. Yeah, I do that all the time. I have a hard time. I had a. This wasn't when I was working. This was when I was in school. But I had an ex tell me that when I'm sleeping, I'm talking about like math or something. Like I'll still like that's like my sleep talk.
Somehow this is you bragging. I don't know how.
Somehow. Yeah, not only am I smart, I'm also fucking. And after I fuck, I am so tired from lovemaking.
The only thing left in my brain is knowledge.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy.
And it's so much that it leaks out. And all of this is still very endearing.
Do you want to know how many books I've read in a year? I won't say it, but it's over 300.
Can you guys count that high? Will that be a problem?
I never got that high.
I didn't like the Cat Williams thing. I think I've told you that.
Oh, the podcast?
What didn't you like about
Shannon
it?
Sharp.
You didn't like the facts? You didn't like the...
The truth telling. I did say that kind of like.
Oh, I guess you just don't like to know things.
Yeah, I guess that's cool. You don't like when somebody speaks truth to power.
No, but what did you dislike about it?
It's just like a guy who's obviously having like maybe a mental break or some type of drug episode, like saying nonsense and acting like it's the most profound thing you've ever heard.
He does have a way of saying things that... He does have a way of putting things that does make it feel like he's like preaching a little bit.
Yeah, and everyone was
Did it
like...
seem manic? Did you watch it?
I thought it seemed manic.
Did I...
haven't
Playing
watched
with
it
fire,
yet.
sir. Oh, I
Zivan
just
is
know.
a Club Shay Shay
Yeah.
gold member.
Well, I just saw that it was... Sorry. And then you can go after I say this because skulls.
Oh, no.
I just saw that it was Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams, and I'm like, I got to set aside a day.
No, you really do.
I need to be like,
It's like 3 hours.
everyone
a
out of
while.
the room. I need to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stories are on.
Stories.
Don't breathe.
That's what old grandfathers are going to be like. Like Grandpa Shane is going to be like,
God.
my stories are on, and
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
just, like,
fucking
old podcast
Yeah, it's
episodes.
H3 or something.
God. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Yeah.
That shit used to slap.
Dude, I tell everyone this all the time. He used to be so fucking funny when he would do skits.
Oh, the first like 25 videos. Boom, 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 just nothing but net. Did you watch
Dude.
H3H3?
I know of the rise and fall.
Right.
That's about it.
He used to be the
I
man,
used to
dude.
watch him, like when he would have comics on in the early days of the podcast, like 2018, 2019. I would watch, and then it just became like, how can we make a 7-minute clip with a clickbait thumbnail?
Oh,
Weird
100%.
celebrity gossip that's
Yeah.
like not even celebrities. It's like D-list YouTubers.
Yeah.
We're super liberal, but also we're Zionist Israelites.
Jeez, like neocon, weird.
Yeah.
I think
like
he was on the
internet
rise.
politics. Yeah.
He was on the rise and he was killing it, and he was so good at sketch and like that type of comedy.
Yeah.
And then he interviewed Bill Burr, and it went so sideways because Bill Burr is just like so cantankerous. And like Bill Burr was being kind of a dick to him, and I think he just like in that because he's so neurotic and stuff. I think in that moment he was like, "I need a culture change immediately,"
Right?
And like went the Trisha Paytas route and just ruined his fucking channel.
Tell me about Shannon Sharp. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, about Cat Williams. Well,
what'd you think happened there?
I mean, I think Shannon Sharp's is really dumb. And Cat Williams is way faster than him.
Yeah.
So Cat was able to get like all these just crazy statements in.
True.
And Shannon is just like, oh, no, that's wrong. You can't say that, Cat. And Cat's just laying it on.
Skip, I played the game. Skip.
Exactly.
Well, that's the funny thing about all of these athlete podcasts, like Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp. They have they're like, oh, huge guest, Cat Williams, or Boozy, or like these people who have like no ties to anything in traditional media, and they all still have jobs for like CBS and ESPN.
Yeah.
And then Cat Williams gets on there saying like crazy stuff about groups of people.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's like I thought this was boys pounding around.
Yeah.
I thought we were having fun. Shannon Sharp.
Very sanitized.
I thought we were putting the black and mild.
Yeah.
In the ear.
The black and mild. The black and mild.
He did putting the black and mild. It's actually very fun. I did it on accident. He did that on TV once. He brought out a black and mild. It's pretty cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
Skip, you never played the game, Skip.
Dude, that whole thing they do where it's like 6 dudes in a circle or like a half moon.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
I think it's such a tedious thing.
If you don't know sports and you're watching that, you're like, oh, these are crazy people.
And they're all just like kicking their feet waiting to say a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
It's tactical.
It is fun to watch.
The thing you're talking about is most halftime shows.
Yes. Yeah.
So they just start with one guy, and the next guy's like, and then he says his thing, and you're like, oh, you shouldn't even have said your thing. Your thing sucked.
You sat on it. You could tell like they have, that thing like in a like literally in a podcast where you have a thought and you're fucking holding on to it for dear life because when it gets to you, you're like, I think Aeropostale's actually really cool. And it's like, yeah, you didn't need. Okay,
It's for the poor whites.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Like,
Okay, one more time around the horn.
can we get to me faster next time? I
gotta pee now.
Yeah. God, that was. I think I'm bleeding. Somehow I'm bleeding.
I grinded my teeth down.
That's what those are like to me. That's what that is to me.
It's a bad podcast.
It is.
It's a 20-minute podcast.
That's what, guys. This is what I love about stand-up is it gives you X-ray goggles on every other piece of media.
Yeah, you get
where guys are talking.
When you do stand-up and podcasts, you go, "Oh yeah, I'm smarter than everybody."
Yeah, yeah.
But the reason I didn't like the Cat Williams thing was because, like I was saying, there's so many instances in that where he's just like, they treated it like he like broke huge news and stuff, and it was like he just kind of alluded to like
he cracked the ice.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart did some gay stuff to get into Hollywood or something. Which, like, if you watch the video, he didn't really even say that. That's like people like pulling at threads and stuff. Like,
right.
He kind of just said like he was like. And he says it's like he's saying the most profound shit of all time.
Well, this
like
is not new. This is not new. When something happens, Black Internet says that's gay.
That is true.
That's true.
They go Tupac.
They are
Tupac
problematic
in the bathtub?
about the gays. Yeah,
Tupac in a bathtub.
That's gay.
He's secretly gay.
That's secretly gay. Yeah, that is the
Every rapper in a bathtub.
That is the not the scapegoat. What is the word I'm thinking of? That is the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah.
That is the canary in blackface.
But there was one part where he was like, he said like me and Kevin Hart won't like you'll never see us in the same building. Like we can't like walk past each other in a hallway. And Shannon Sharp obviously goes, why? And then that's when Cat Williams decides to go, because I'm as real as it gets. I'm the real product.
I'm as real as it gets,
He's
Shannon.
like, and when you see me in person, I'm much bigger than you thought. And everyone, and Shannon and the audience at home are all going, what does any of that mean?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Because I am highly likely to tell the truth, Shannon.
What?
He's just talking about how much he tells the truth, but not actually saying anything.
I am nearly 100 years old, and I can run a 520.
It's literally true. He said he read. He said he read 3,000 books in a year.
Yeah. I'm just like, what do you?
That's my favorite.
What do you do? But you know what? It doesn't work if he pulls back.
10 books a day.
Or it's like 0,003,000, and then just
Yeah, it was just a crazy month.
as long as it all adds up. Yeah.
3,000 books in a year.
God damn. Yeah, I hate. Oh, jeez. I mean, okay. I think some of it I was like that actually, like Cedric the Entertainer being like a fat hack who can't actually do anything.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was like, okay, that tracks. That does track.
And that's a refreshing take. You don't really hear people like rip on Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, no. So that felt pretty good, but it did. I don't know. It's like this weird thing where like I feel like he's at a level where he could just talk about something and he's able to make it seem like it's like the gospel truth.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I guess that's Cat.
It's preacher vibes. She's got
basically preacher vibes.
Well, I think he said he was.
Yeah, he did he was like involved in the church or something, which actually does make sense.
It makes total sense.
He does have that.
It's the
that
same
instinct.
thing.
But Sam, well, this is just a stupid Rogan thing, but Sam Kinison was like a child preacher.
And
that tracks.
John, you've been having lots of problems with black media lately, and it's a little suspect.
Yeah, we're detecting a trend.
Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp, the Black Klansman.
Yeah, true. I was talking about the Black Klansman and how they didn't need the black guy, and he actually confused things because they kept using him on the phone.
Oh,
and the Klan would be like,
voices.
"Why do you sound different on the phone?"
Right.
And then Adam Driver would have to be like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
I understand.
And then the funny part that we talked about was that the cops he was working with were still racist towards him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
Are you guys calling back to previous podcasts?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't do that.
We're trying to let you know what we talked about.
Yeah,
I understand.
You said Black Klansman question mark?
Oh, I did ask a question,
Yeah.
and now I don't want to hear the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sounds a lot like what? I don't know what I was going to say. I give up. I want any trouble. God, I love hearing that. That's my favorite. I don't hear it often enough.
What? I don't want any trouble.
I don't want any trouble. People knew the trouble I could bring and how much they didn't want it.
If you only knew.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever refused my trouble. I don't think it's.
No.
They've never been like, please, sir.
Like whatever your trouble is, it's probably fine.
I can handle your trouble.
Yeah, your trouble's okay. God damn. Do you ever wish you were more threatening?
No. Because that would provoke other idiots.
That's so true. That actually is so true.
Yeah. Think about how many times a fucking blackout drunk guy stares at Chuck in a bar.
That's so true.
And it's like,
I could take
I
him.
could take him.
I had to fucking kill that guy or I won't be able to fuck my wife later.
That's true. That's actually you invite challenge.
I don't wish that I was more intimidating, but I do wish that I was more masculine because problems.
Yeah. What problems?
Just masculinity. I'm a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
This is what my therapist says. She goes, "You're a little baby," and I go, "Okay."
You go, wah.
Yeah, you little baby.
That's $100.
Like 500.
What do you think? You're a man? You're just a little baby.
Yeah, I that's actually something I've obviously thought about myself.
Am I a little baby?
and I have to wonder, like me baby? No. Me man. Me big man. That's where I'm on. That's where I fall on.
You don't know you're a baby until you have a tantrum.
Yeah, that's right.
I've had probably one tantrum in the last year where I was like, oh, I was a baby right there.
It was very baby. Yeah. I think the whole masculinity, really the only like mantra I have in my head is the most manly thing you can do is not give a shit what people think of you.
Yeah, totally.
That is like my only real
Totally.
like defense against that thought. Otherwise, yeah, I would fall like a.
But in like a self-aware and never mentioning it type of way.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
there's a mentally ill, dumb way of,
Yes.
of being like, I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
You're all only God can judge me.
Yeah.
And that's
And that's Cat
that's
Williams.
all racist.
Yep. That's all racist.
It's mostly white people on Facebook.
I was gonna say
poor
it-
whites,
yeah.
Aeropostale whites.
Aeropostale.
They do it a lot.
Yeah, that's a very Aeropostale
It's like
white.
they're shouting to all of the people whose opinion they care about,
Yeah.
saying that they don't care about their opinion.
Well, yeah, it's like a way to tell on yourself. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
everyone
it is.
knows what.
It's a cry for help.
Yeah, no, it really is. That's why I like these black jack nerds, because like they are like, oh, that's everything is happening all at once. Like you can have it all. You can like everything.
I love when people either, I guess this is me saying I love all people, but I love when people like fit exactly what they look like, or like Jack Black nerds,
Right.
when they don't fit what they look
Yeah.
like.
Right.
I like both of those things.
That's really it's good. It's like you can identify them, or you can identify them by what you can't. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I like that. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like he looks like he does that, and he does that, and then I also like the surprise of being like, oh,
He can't shoot a basketball.
dude, I mean, there's just so
I
much.
wasn't gonna go for race, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I never really have a good idea of like what people expect from me when they see me, but I think I'm giving it to them, whatever it is.
I'll tell you right now, Malcolm Gladwell.
Malcolm Gladwell energy. Mm-hmm. Did you know that it takes about 10,000 hours to be a good podcast guest? So keep writing, keep coming out.
Keep writing, keep coming out.
It's all about deliberate practice.
You have to
I
get-
genuinely want to get that tattooed on my thigh.
Keep writing, keep coming out.
Keep coming out. I'm not kidding. I think
It takes
it'd be
about
funny.
10,000 hours of getting drunk at the Improv to finally realize you are not a good comic.
Yep. Essentially.
Did you guys ever go to the? I mean, okay, this is a dumb question.
I have never
'cause
hung around the Improv to try. and
I've
get
never.
something.
No, not done that. But I like even before I was doing stand-up comedy, I went one time to the Improv on a random night just to be like, oh, I bet there's. I didn't know how comedy worked back then,
Right.
and I was just like, oh, I bet there's somebody good. Like, let's just go.
Yeah. It's
and
not a bad bet.
me and my friend went, and first of all, I don't know what the deal was that night, but they
With airline food.
Pampered the room.
I'm not gonna shit on the Improv for obvious reasons, but like they made us pay so much money.
Why?
It was like one of those 2-drink minimums plus something off the menu type of nights.
Oh my God.
I think it may have been like a comics demand or something. Like I don't think that the Improv does that typically.
Maybe they
Right.
papered the room, and they have to
That could be
make
it.
you buy things.
Yeah, exactly. And like then the comics who went were like worse than pretty much every open micer.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe how bad they were. This was years
So,
and years and years ago.
Every
But-
now and again, a real club gets tricked into filling a one-nighter, and it could be anybody. And then they make a deal with those idiots. They're like, you're getting $0 of the door, or like, and we're splitting this much of food and drink,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And then that's what you saw.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And like I was so excited about it, and I was like talked my friend into coming with me because I was like a comedy nerd at the time, and then we went, and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was gonna go
It's
that way.
so horrible. Yeah, that's how I felt about the Sam Tripoli show.
Oh, dude, yes,
That was, and I seriously had this thought when like what was the thing he said? Something like, oh, it was one of his openers. One of his openers said something like, and if you think we fucking landed on the moon, you're fucking retarded. And I thought, oh, this is a laugh line, and people started applauding.
Yeah.
And I literally had the thought, no irony, I'm like, I'm in danger. I actually need to leave.
Yeah.
This is horrifying.
You didn't see the second show, which I was at, which I brought my cousin to. Big
gosh.
mistake. He's not like that into comedy. Trevor fucking murdered. So
Right.
like started off really, really well. I was like, damn, like that's my buddy, and he just did great.
The
We're in
rest of
for a
this is gonna
treat.
be sick.
And then they didn't even do stand up in the second show. They did their podcast live.
Did they do stand up the
God.
first show?
They did?
They didn't
So
do
they just
stand up.
fucked everybody for the second round?
Fuck
No, that's
everyone.
actually insane to me.
And like the room was packed, and they just went around the room and like said like, hey, ask us questions about conspiracy theories, and then people would be like, aliens, and then they'd have nothing, and they'd go, okay, aliens, right?
So-
aliens. So aliens are like, you know, and it was that. I mean, it wasn't better than that.
They're idiots.
I'm serious.
They're morons.
so dumb.
They're so dumb.
And-
Was there stand up the first?
There was, yeah.
I mean, like, was it good?
Oh no.
Of Sam and
No.
Eddie? I mean, not really.
It was 3 guys. Sam, they're like Hispanic lackey, like when you see someone like walking around with someone and you're like, that's someone's nephew.
Yeah.
Like that's clearly like a nepo thing.
Yeah.
There was what was that guy's? I don't even
Eddie
remember.
Bravo's.
Yeah,
whatever.
basically. Yeah, exactly. So
It's-
like some Dominican nephew was up there doing his thing.
Yeah.
I don't really. I didn't.
My Dominican nephew got me.
I'm like, yeah, that's okay. All right, Carlos.
It's like
You were gonna say Pablo, and you went, "That's a little too strong." They go Carlos.
I don't know. He just really like I don't know. So he was terrible. He was very weak, and then like, but it was just bad stand up.
Bad.
It was just bad stand up.
and they should just give us all those spots.
I agree.
Well, that's the thing is I think I saw Trevor go up there, and it was just like banger after banger,
Yep.
tight stuff, written, rehearsed.
Yes.
And then I watched these two bloviating idiots just fucking fuck it up and fumble. You know that scene in just because he uses the same words in Good Will Hunting, where like he lights the paper on fire and he's like, I don't know how to tell you how easy this is. Like you guys are so dumb.
Oh yeah.
Like that's how I felt. I felt like Matt Damon.
I feel like that's you a lot of the time.
It really is. It really. I'm profoundly arrogant and very unlikable.
No, that's a very likable scene though.
They walked the only people that they crowd worked.
Yeah.
In my show.
Oh no.
They pointed to a woman and were like, you trans? Who here's trans? And they just pointed to her.
Oh my
and went,
God.
You're trans mom? Are you trans mom? And she just went, I don't. And then they were like, trans mom. And then she was like, should we leave? Like, this sucks.
And they just got up and left.
And then they got up and left.
Did they
And
like
then-
hoot and holler after him while they were walking away?
No, because soon after me and my cousin left, I was like, do you want to go? Like this? I was like, I try to be really respectful of
Right.
comics and comedy. Like I'm in this field. I'm trying to like do this and I
Right.
hate this.
No,
like
this is
we
terrible.
can leave if you want. And he was like, please.
No, you're
Like-
you're totally allowed to hate.
No, there's a
shit.
line.
Yeah.
There's a line like a Robert Puncher show where where it starts out with 18 people in a 30-person theater,
Yep.
and then it ends with 9
Yep.
Yeah.
because that's people are like, I can't do this.
I just don't. I mean, with Robert, I don't understand.
I mean, he's just a lot of lasagna.
That was great.
Lasagna.
What happened with all that? Because
With the Jolly
Him
Jumble.
and Seneca.
yeah.
Oh, not literally.
Oh,
no,
well, the him and Seneca thing I saw. I didn't read the whole thing because it was books.
yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
didn't
always
read
some-
it at all.
That's
Seneca got fired up, and nobody listening knows except for comics, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
No, it
it,
doesn't
was
matter.
it was a minor.
In
incident.
short, so you guys have some context, this Robert Puncher guy just uses Pittsburgh comics to make $100 so he can drive back home to New York.
and a very
And I mean,
beautifully put.
It's also like okay, yeah, that sort of sucks, but it's also not a huge deal.
Yeah.
Because like it's stage time for new people. It's always new people that are going on that.
Yeah.
Right.
We all did it like once or twice, and we're like, okay, we don't need to do that anymore.
Right.
And then Seneca thought it was like the biggest affront to
Yeah, like it was like one of those like
Yeah.
factory farms.
Yeah.
And we were just in cages being bred.
yeah.
He was like, the fact that you claimed that you were going to pay comics and then you're not. I was like, Seneca, I don't know if you know this, but I've never once been paid.
No.
And I've been here for a year.
yeah.
No, that to me that night was just like an open mic with a few extra steps.
Yeah,
That's all it was. That's all that needs to be.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't need to like form an army against it. It's fine. Know what it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
The Sam show, I was just like, this is so.
I can't believe the stand-up was bad because that's prepared. What they were doing at mine was so just like they were trying to riff and they were terrible at it. Like
Yeah.
people riffing outside of like scarps is funnier than what
No,
they did.
literally, that's what I'm realizing. Like, and that's what makes me think, like, it depresses me and it makes me happy at the same time. Because if you can get to that quote unquote level and still be not as funny as this scene's open micers, then it kind of means it's all bullshit. Like, it
what I'm
actually is
saying.
sort of like a
So
stochastic.
were
game.
they sold out shows?
Yeah.
Where were they?
Low
Low
lev
lev
brewery.
Yeah.
Great
So
place.
how many people per show? Like 100, 200?
Probably.
About 100?
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
about 100.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
that is fine.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if people liked it, they're gonna come back. If they didn't, they're not.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about.
And like I was
comedy.
happy to see Trevor do so well. Like that was the tightest I ever saw him. Like he
I
did
was there
great.
to see Trevor.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I wanted like my cousin to see him and stuff, and like he did really, and like we went outside, and even he was standing outside, like he didn't watch them.
Nope.
No.
So I was just like, all right, we'll just hang with Trevor the rest of the night
No.
then, because that sucked.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like if you give those topics to Douglas Helfer and like Paul Stamanga,
Bing, 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 bing.
I'm paying millions of dollars.
No, seriously.
Millions of dollars to see that.
No,
like
yeah.
that's worth every price of admission.
I do feel like the caliber of Pittsburgh comedy is like slowly, like on average moving up.
yes.
But then Daddy's home. Put the Monopoly away. We gotta
Let's be real about this. There's
some stinkers.
let's say there's 50 people that do comedy regularly.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
50
just give or
active
take.
comics. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that.
7.
I'm giving more
we
than
got
seven.
7.
7. Who
I'm
are
giving more than 7.
heaters. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think
I'll give you. I think that there are. There's like 5 to 10 that are like elite,
Yeah,
and then there's about 25 who are like very funny,
they can be very.
who are bookable.
bookable.
Who are
Thank you.
bookable. So there's like
Thank you.
30 some odd people.
Bookable is a much lower bar.
That's what I'm willing to say about the next 25, that little quadrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about this in the context of we just shit on touring comics,
Right.
and now we're like, Pittsburgh's actually really good.
No, okay, yeah.
And then
Obviously,
someone meets a fucking R word from our town and goes, those guys are even dumber than this person.
no, it is really a blind leading the blind guy.
Yeah.
Well, what I realized when I went to like one other scene, which was New York a few years ago, is the average comic is more or less the same everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the average is pretty much, but then of course the outliers are like way, like the best comic here is not even an ant compared to the best comic in New York.
Exactly.
Like that's
yeah.
like I
Well,
mean it's without even.
I think I got a skewed view of New York as well, because when I went, I did an open mic there, or I did a few open mics, but I did an open mic there with like there were 70 people on the list, and I went last, so I saw everyone. And it made me think I'm the best comic of all time.
Yeah.
Because you guys have seen my comedy. I suck at this. But I went last and like could not believe how bad everyone who went before me was. Like not like to stroke my own ego, not to sit like compare myself to them. None of that involved. Just like objectively watching comedy, I was like, this is like I've seen people go up for their very first time and do better. Than this.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I can't believe I'm in New York right now and everyone's bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, because New York is one of those places where there's a wall. And on one side of the wall, there's people who are doing 5 paid club spots every night.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the wall, there's 70 open micers who all suck. And then
Yeah.
Closer to the wall on the other side with the paid spots are guys who maybe do some mics, but mostly are doing like 15-minute spots at bar shows / apartment shows.
Yeah,
/
rooftop stuff,
Like
yeah.
produced stuff that aren't clubs.
Right.
And they're like, why would I ever do an open mic if I can just try shit out
Yeah.
At my own thing or
every
whatever.
night of the week
Right.
at these shows I'm booked on, and every once in a while I get on at like a real club.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that makes
literally
sense.
that's what I mean. It's like it's a statistical like,
And that's what Trib is experiencing right now in Austin.
Yeah.
Because he's like, everyone at the mics is god awful.
Yeah. Right.
And he did okay he did well, and they're like, want to be on this show.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
so
literally that's
that's
how
what
it
happened
works.
to me in New York. Is like I went last, and the guy who ran the mic was like, "Hey, I know somebody who runs a show. Are you in town for long?" And I like got like a paid show,
Right.
but it was just because comparatively,
No, seriously,
I
yeah.
looked like a pro because these people were so bad.
And that's so dangerous too, because like I would hate to be in a situation where like I start to think everybody sucks, and then like so my personal standard starts to like move down.
Yeah.
I don't think like okay, yeah, obviously like I jerk myself off or whatever, but like I don't actually think I'm that much better than most other comedians.
Yeah.
And I think that's a healthy, but I do sometimes feel myself like, well, that's not good. That's actually like when that happens, I get very paranoid.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
It's a benefit of a small scene. So like New York and Austin, if you're at the mics, you're getting like a 95% suck ratio.
right.
And then like some people are good. And then here, you watch 5 people bomb at a mic, and you're like, it's probably a bad room. And then you see Chuck go up and save the room, and you're like,
Right.
oh, so if I don't do well after that,
Yeah.
then something
Yeah.
I'm not likable enough. I'm not good enough.
No, yeah, like it's actually me. I fucked up. I did something.
Yeah, it's. I think this scene probably keeps you from being delusional in that way.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can see enough good people to know what good is, and like those are the people who do tend to get. I think booking is pretty fair in this city. I'm gonna get some mail,
Hey, Steve from Blue's Clues, certainly not Hofstadter.
but I think booking in the city is pretty fair because I think the cream tends to rise.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also like I think people will get jealous of people who get hot for like a month or 2 months.
Right.
I think if you know how to write a joke, you're likable, whatever, you can get hot.
Yes.
I think you can turn on the stove, and people will get very jealous of those people because it's like, how the fuck is she getting 10 spots? It's like, it's fine. She's got 10 spots. He's got 11 shows. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
If they fuck up every single one of them, then that was just their 10 slots that they just completely messed up.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. And also, like, people get hot for a minute, and then they're just like, oh, life happens, whatever, whatever bullshit. And then they just stop. So it really is like a marathon.
Yeah.
It's
a crock pot. It's not a firecracker.
It's such a good life lesson on, like, not comparing yourself to others. Like, if you are bad at comparing yourself to others, like, try to do comedy, because it's like, you will get exposed for that. Like you'll internally, I'm saying, like if you are constantly comparing yourself to the next person, you're not going to go anywhere.
No, that's true. I think one thing, so for me, I try not to, I still do this, but I try not to compare myself in terms of how many times someone's getting booked, like how many, because that is the result of so many other factors
right.
that you can't deduce you know what I mean? Like, you can't reverse engineer, like, oh, that person got 5 spots. Okay, why though? It's like, well, 3 of those were because they helped produce that, but 2 of them were because
Yeah.
It's like hard to, but what I can focus on is like, oh, that person actually has a really tight closer, and it's longer than anything I have right now.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-minute just da 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 da. That's something I have control over.
Right.
That's so, like, for me, I'm very much like going joke for joke with people, and not, oh, this person is getting a 500 room.
It's a healthy way to do
blah, blah,
it.
blah. Yeah, and it's still, I mean, maybe it's still a little, but it's, like, there's people in the scene right now who I just think are 2 steps ahead of me in terms of, like, oh, this person's way faster on stage. This person can do more voices than I can, whatever.
Yeah.
And you can spiral. You can go, why am I not getting booked? And then you pull your penis out at an open mic.
Yeah. And then
everything's gone. It's over.
Are you trying to tell me not to do that bit I told you about where I pull my penis out? Because I'm doing it, dude. I'm doing it. All right? This is where we're at. All right? I keep seeing people on Facebook posting shows. This is how I measure success.
If we all did it, I don't know if we can get in trouble.
They can't get us all.
If everyone did it on the same night, on the same stage.
Yeah. It's a real slowest wildebeest kind of situation. Like, you don't need to be the fastest.
It's very easy to have like a woe is me mentality about it and be like, I deserve this and like all that.
No, it's pretty simple in our scene. Like, when I'm doing a lot of mics and I'm writing a lot of jokes, I get booked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's usually a
like the best ability is availability for like most bookers.
Yeah.
So like if you're at all of the mics, you're gonna eventually you're gonna hit pay dirt every once in a while.
And good tape, I would say.
Yeah,
if
that's
you have
true.
like one good tape, that really that is like a lever that really makes the rest of it happen more often than not.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what, not that really was like the changing point, but like I had some good tapes and I had some good reels, and so people who were booking me could very quickly tell, like they wouldn't even have to watch my 5 minutes. They just go da 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 da, and then they have a good idea of who I am.
Yeah.
So like that, like readability, I think is what's important too. Mm-hmm. It's like, what is this person? What is this person doing? What kind of, do they? That's honestly why I really, if I can talk about this for like a minute. That's what I really dislike about like Matt Light's whole like, I need someone who like actually has 30 minutes. Like, how the fuck would you know?
Yeah,
you don't know
you
any
don't
of
even
us.
have 30 minutes.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
He's never met a single one of us.
I hate that shit. I hate the like, yeah, but do you? It's like, even if I did, you wouldn't know.
Right.
Like, you actually
and he's
wouldn't
just
know.
gonna book the person he knows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, let's.
Yeah.
I hate the dog and pony. I'm fucking talking like you guys. I hate the fucking dog and pony show these things becoming. No, I just don't like it. I don't.
You're doing a little bit of Canadian.
Sorry, I mislike it. I
Mislike it.
I mislike it. That's what I do.
No, I don't like it either. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
It's just like book who you're gonna book, dude. Just do
yeah.
it.
Don't
it's fine.
like put a post on Facebook and be like, tryouts
Yeah,
are open, dude.
Yeah.
You do 3 shows a year.
literally that.
Yeah.
too.
You're gonna book who you want to
Yeah,
book.
literally. Just the whole like, oh, I've been doing. God, it's just there's like an old head syndrome.
I'm gonna have to blur that out. Your fucking tits all over the place.
Disgusting. Gross. Ew. Gross. Get it out. I might have to leave. I may. Can I?
Yeah, you prance with your beautiful, beautiful tits. Everywhere. beautiful tits.
All right, Chaucer. All right, fucking Keats over here. But that's what I mean. I'm
a feminist.
Yeah. This like auditioning thing.
He really likes the guy who runs the Squirrel Hill thing, which is like fine.
Oh, Ryan McBride.
Yes, I like Ryan. Ryan's a friend, but like it's like he's just gonna book his friends.
Yeah.
and book your friends. That's
And that-
okay.
yeah, you
There's
should
nothing
book your
wrong with
friends.
that.
You should
But
do.
like,
Yeah, but if
Book
you're
your
gonna
funny
do this
friends.
thing where it's like who has a 30, then fucking find out.
yeah, yeah.
Literally,
Who has 30?
No one.
Seneca,
Yeah.
Trevor,
Learn more.
Chuck, learn more.
You say
Or maybe-
Chuck has
maybe
30.
Chuck can probably do 20.
yeah.
Zivan. I know you want to do 30.
Zivan can stretch.
I can't stress. He has a lot of fucking material. Actually.
I have lots of notebooks.
Yeah, I do.
Sitting on
One of them
a
is
lot of gold.
one of them's reverse ink.
So I think I know.
It's a black notebook and it writes in white.
Well, no, I don't know. It's not even like, oh, I don't have 30, so I'm mad at people who have 30. It's more just like, give people an actual opportunity to find out.
Right.
Like that is really what I mean. That's kind of what.
And also, what kind of show are you doing where you're booking multiple people with 30 minutes?
yeah, that's
Why
what
does
I'm
your
saying.
What is this?
why does your opener need to do 30 in Pittsburgh?
No, literally, like
that's
that's,
what a
a bit
headliner-
much. That's a bit much. Yeah.
Like you're doing 30 or more, and then you also have another guy who you know who's doing 30 or more.
Yeah. and
Why
then-
do you need one more person doing
and
more than 30?
somewhere in between there's going to be midgets wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
No, I mean, I don't know. Matt Light is fine, I guess. I'm sure he's every time I've spoken with him briefly, he's been okay to me.
Well, that's good. I've never
That's
met
what
him.
I've heard. I've heard he's just like a nice guy when you meet him, but he's just, I don't know, he's just a little fucking troll.
He's a little dick on the internet, which, you know what? Who among us can say?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
also a little dick on the internet.
Was it you who was telling me the story about how he was like, he said there was an opportunity somewhere and like people showed up?
Who?
Oh, yeah.
That was
He told everybody that there were like
right.
feature auditions.
It
at
might
the
have been Chris
Improv.
Scriva.
Yeah, I think it was Scriva.
Some old head. No, honestly, Chris Scriva to me is like a 5th-year senior.
That's very funny.
Scriva's so cool too. He like skateboards. He like
Yeah.
really fits that description actually.
Wouldn't you be at community college? Yeah, but like my credits don't transfer.
I love Scriva.
It's really
Scriva's the best.
Scriva will make you feel like a real comic.
No, he definitely. Yeah, he feels like the kid at the lunch table who has like cigarettes in his
Yeah.
pocket. Or
I like him because like when like he'll pull off like a really good don't tell show like where it's sold out, and then like while it's happening and afterwards he'll be like, that was fucking sweet, right? Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I guess that was. Like, he makes you realize like how cool.
No,
things
he's
are.
just
Yeah.
as stoked about it. He's not.
Yeah.
He is like the least aloof comic. I
Yes.
think he's
Yes.
like he's not like, oh, I guess it's whatever. It's like, no, it's not whatever. It's fun. It's cool. We're having a great time.
I'd rather talk to him about comedy than like most people. And he came up to me one night and was like, dude, you're killing it. You've been crushing it lately, huh? I haven't. But like, I was like, yeah, I guess I have. Did that one show back in December. Not a big deal.
Nailing it.
Yeah.
And sorry,
Guess you could say
audience,
I'm nailing
the
it.
last 30 minutes of this was comedy talk.
It always is. It's
We started
okay.
off with bits. We did
We
bits.
did,
We did
did.
so many
That-
skulls. We did.
You know, there wasn't an intermission. That was the problem.
Yeah, there
we
was
didn't have
Sometimes
a.
you need it. You could cut all that. We can keep going.
No. We're not going to. No, it wasn't bad. It's, like
but
this,
it did turn into
because I got into it too.
Yeah,
Most of
yeah.
the time when somebody seeps into the process
Yeah.
on this podcast is when I shut it down.
Right.
But this was sort of interesting, and I guess people don't know. Some people know names, but it is fine. It was totally fine.
No, you're right. You're right.
Did you hear Scriva call you fat? Or
Yeah.
Trip, I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, Trip called me fat so much once because it's like his fun thing to me. That's like what he has, like Pete fat, and
Right.
and so we went out with Nikki and her friend one night, and her friend was just like, "Why do you keep calling him fat?"
Break Trip's brain.
She was like, "What?"
No, even real.
So, yeah, you keep saying that, and then also Hamas.
Pete's Hamas fat.
I am Hamas fat.
Yeah.
I can't fit in the tunnels.
He can't stop. He can't stop eating Hamas. Right? Because of
pretty
hummus.
Good. That's very good.
Anyways,
That's very good.
that's a.
No, that was good.
Oh yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Say in the comments which sweater you like better.
Oh, I do have one more thing to say. Got one more.